So here's a problem that I want to share with you today, and both to to our contestants and the audience. Here we go. $6,000 is divided between two accounts. I don't want you to think of this as an even division, 3,000, 3,000. It's not like that. I never said it's evenly divided. I just want to split this money up. So that's another way to think of it. One paying 4% interest and the other paying 3% interest. So in your mind right now, you should have two separate banks offering two different interest rates. At the end of one interest period, so let's think of it as at the end of the year. You put your money early on in the year and you come back to the two banks at the end of the year to collect your interest. Okay, the interest earned by the 4% account exceeds the interest earned by the 3% account by $65. Honestly, if you don't understand something, I would definitely Google it and search it. Like, hey, what does it mean to exceed? If you actually type in the entire phrase, I'm pretty sure they're going to explain to you what it means. So don't feel hesitated to go online and do some research before you come back. Okay, so the 4% account exceeds the interest earned by the 3% account by $65. How much was invested in each account? Notice the last question asked, how much was invested in each account? I never asked you about how much interest did you get back from each account. So please listen carefully as I ask you the questions. Here we go. According to the problem, okay, you have $6,000 to invest into each account, right? And you know by investing into each account, you're getting back some interest. Agree? But before we start doing any work on it, what do you usually have to do first? Mario.
Define the x and y.
Define x and y. Good. Can you define them for me?
X is the amount invested in.
Ooh.
Or, yeah.
Okay, tell me. Amount invested.
In 4% bank.
Okay, in 4%. Good. And y?
Amount invested in 3% bank.
Okay, so amount invested in 3% account. Why did you choose to define it like this? Because what's happening is some student define it as, oh, x is the interest I got back from the 4%, and y is the interest I got back from the 3%. Why did you choose to use the word amount instead of the word interest? What prompted you to define it like that?
Wait, what?
Why did you choose to say the amount invested?
Because
Why can't it be the interest?
Because you're trying to find the amount invested.
Ah, from the problem. Okay, good, good. So you notice how the last question for your problem will actually, a lot of times, like 99% of the time, will tell you what to write for your variables. Read that very last question. How much money did you invest into each account? Never, I did not ask about the interest. It was the amount of money invested. Okay, good. Here's the next question. So you're done. If you want to sit down right now, you can.
Can I answer from the audience?
No, I'm sorry. I have to put some pressure on you. So, if you really can ask me, raise your hand. We know that by putting some money into this certain account with a certain amount of interest, you get back at the end of the year. How do you actually calculate the interest from the 4% account? How do you write an expression to represent the interest getting back from the 4% account? Do you know?
4% times.
Wait, just raise your hand if you know what it is. Just raise your hand. Sorry. How do you come up with an expression to calculate the interest getting back from the 4% account? Trent.
0.04 times x.
Very good.
Press it down.
Yes, you can. So on the interest side, let me just write that down for you. For the 4% account, this is how you calculate interest. She said to take the percent, notice how we have to convert the percent into decimal, right? And times it by the amount invested. And since we don't know the exact amount, we declared it as x, and that's why it's 0.04 times x, or 400 times x, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Will this give you the interest for that account? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So to see this with another example, concrete example, you can always give yourself something like this. Hey, what if I have $500 and the bank give me 10% interest on that? how much do you get back if the bank offers you 10% interest on your $500? How do you figure that out? Yes. Yeah, there you go. 500 by 10% or 0.1, right? Which is how much you get back at the end of the year. What is 10% of 500? So at the end of the year, your interest amount will be
550.
just interest.
Oh.
$50. Very good.
Can I
50.
sit down?
So we're good, right? So what about the 3% account? How do you represent the interest for the 3% account? Yes.
0.03 times y.
Thank you. Have a seat. Okay, so you kind of see this is very simple, right? We know how to find interest from each account. But notice, I want you to read this problem a little bit more. Do you see that this two-prong concerns two things? Interest and amount of money invested. Is that true? We took care of the interest. Now we have to take care of the amount side. I really want you to work that out. I know interest, we have this stuff. Amount, we know how much you have to invest in. How much you have?
6,000.
Okay, and so with that particular knowledge, how do you come up with an equation to represent the amount part? Yes, Johnson.
X plus y equals 6,000.
Nice. Have a seat. What do you think of that? Didn't we declare X to be the amount invested in one account and Y is the rest of the money? And you take everything and add it together, it should add up to what you started out with, which is $6,000. Is there any problem with this at all? Amount invested in one account, the leftover amount in the other account, add up to $6,000. Now go back to the interest side. So we got the equation from the amount side. We got to go back and come up with an equation over here. On the interest side, what did the problem offer you? What does it say that can actually help you write the second equation? Marvin.
It exceeds
It exceeds. Which account exceeds the other?
4%.
So the 4% exceeds the other. So once again, and I'm going to ask you this right here. I want to choose you with me. So, or 3. Oh, I'm sorry. So if the 4% account exceeds the 3% account by $65, how do you write an equation for that one? So I'm going to give them a chance first. Go ahead, Lam.
0.03x, wait,
Look at what we have right here.
0.02y.
Okay.
Plus 65.
Ah.
0.041.
Thank you. Have a seat. Hey, is that what it says? The amount in the 4% account, I'm sorry, not the interest in the 4% account actually exceed the 3% account by $65. And remember, the word exceeds, if you have to really rephrase that, it simply is more than. More than means plus. Yes.
Is it 0.0?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to X, right? Sorry.
Can you put the software on?
There. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. Let me just get this straight. The 3% account plus $65 will give you the interest in the 4% account. That's what it says, right? Exceeds mean more than. So the 4% account exceeds the 3% account by $65. So that's how it is. So now, guys, look, we have ourselves 2 equations. All right, here's the next question. What method
He knows it.
would you like to use at this point? Yes.
Elimination.
Interesting. Why would you choose elimination? Haha. You said elimination. For elimination to work, Alagati, what has to happen?
Oh my
What has to happen?
Andrew got it. Andrew got it.
So I'm gonna throw this back to the audience, and I think Vincent here wants to volunteer. So Vincent, what has to happen for elimination to happen to work? Okay, line them up. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna give you your credit there. So they have to line up. However, let me just go ahead and show you here. You can actually force it to be to make elimination work by lining themselves up yourself. Even though, look at this one right here. Is the red equation line up with the blue? It's not. But can you actually move your terms around to force them to line up?
Yes.
So which one would you like to move around? The red or the blue?
Red.
Okay, let's move the red. How do you move it over to make them the same?
Move the X's. Move the X and the Y. And then the Y. You move the X to the number and then
No, move the
Wait.
65 first.
Flip them.
Okay, so you say to move the 65 first. How do you move the 65?
Subtract.
Okay, so you say to subtract this over, you have 0.03y
Do I get my point?
equals to 0.04x minus 65, right? And then now what?
you add the, you subtract the 0.04 X.
Now what? Is it like matched yet?
No.
No, so what do you have to do now? Move what?
You have to subtract something else.
What? What do you think? Look, compare the blue and the red. Is it almost the same? Yes, Jose.
Subtract 0.04x.
Okay, so subtract this over. And where do you want to put that? In front of the y or in the rear?
In front.
Oh, why? What was in front?
So it'll be a line.
Ah, very good. So it's going to be like this. 0.04x plus 0.03y, right?
Yeah.
Equals to
Negative
negative
65.
65. Very good. Thank you, Jose. So, here's my next question then. And get ready to answer. I have the two equations lined up, right? But I hate decimals. Don't we all hate decimal and fractions?
I like
No.
this
Not like that, right? Too ugly. So, how do we get rid of the
Wait,
decimals
me.
from the second equation? Alazani.
Huh.
Yeah.
You need
That's
to
annoying.
Think. Shh.
Angel knows.
From before. We have decimals and we want to get rid of decimals. How do we get rid of decimals?
No, I got it.
I'm trying to give you a chance. Okay. Back to the audience. What? Well, relax. Savannah.
Multiply by 100.
Thank you. Multiply everything by 100. Right? Multiplied everything by 100. So, if you multiply that red equation by 100, what will become of it?
4x. Negative 4x.
Negative 4x, so negative 4x plus 3y equals to negative 6,500, right? So can I now simply eliminate that equation because I don't care about it anymore?
Yes.
Let me just go and clean it up so you can actually see better, guys. I'm going to rewrite the two equations over here so you can actually see it. I have x plus y equals to 6,000. I have negative 4x plus 3y equals to negative 6,500. Now it looks pretty clean, right? Are we ready for elimination? Yes, we are. Now here's the next step, and I hope you can actually do this. Now we are ready for elimination. What's the next thing to do? Gary? What do you think, Gary? Wait, so even before that, what do you think? Should I throw this question back to the audience or no?
Yeah. No, let them know.
Okay, V, what do you think? What's the next thing we need to do? I know we picked that already, so what's the next step now? Well, what is the next step after this? Jamie, yeah. Pick a column! Pick a column, right? Isn't that what we do all the time? We pick a column. Because look, we have two columns we need to get rid of. When you say eliminate, you have to say, which one do I eliminate? Which column? So which column? Which column? X, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and choose X. Now, what do we do after we pick a column? Thank you. It's LCM. What's the LCM?
Sit down, Osvaldi.
One more. LCM. What is the LCM? What is it? 4 it is. LCM is 4. Thanks.
Sit down, Osvaldi.
All right. If the LCM is 4, notice you might argue saying, wait, listen guys, you might say, wait, this is a negative 4. No, we don't care about the sign. Not now. We'll take care of it later. Just think of all positive stuff. Don't worry about it. So, if the LCM is 4, what do we do next? Uh-huh. Just that one? Just all of them. Very good. By by 4. Do we need to multiply anything to the bottom? No. Okay, good. So we multiply the top by 4. What do you get back, Gary?
4x
Uh-huh.
plus 4y.
Okay. What's 6,000 times 4?
That's not gonna feel good.
6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. How much you have?
Wait up, he's doing it.
Doing it.
Guys, please. Come on, you're on a roll. 6,000 times 4. 6 times 4. Okay. You realize that this is actually pretty easy. 6 times 4 is 24, and you have 3 zeros, so just put 3 zeros after it. You're
I
done.
get confused with that though.
That's how it is.
Okay.
That's all we do. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Gary. Have a seat. Okay. Now, we're still focusing on this column. Here's my trick. Here's, going back to everyone here.
Sure.
How do you get rid of that column? Think carefully before you say it.
Subtract. Add.
Yes, really. Add it. Very good.
Who said subtract?
You would add it. You would add it because, first of all, they are opposite signs. If they're the same, we subtract. If they're opposite, we have to add. So we add. So now this one will be gone. What is 4y plus 3y? 7y. What is 24,000 plus negative 6,500?
7y is equal to
2, 4, no,
Eight,
3, 5, 0, 3.
This is a negative, by the way.
Oh,
Oh wait,
Huh? What?
oh, that's 8.
8,000.
18.
Negative?
Wait, what? It's 0, 0, 0.
18, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah.
18.
5.
Really?
Wait, no. Yeah,
No, how
yeah,
to get
0,
back?
0.
Are you sure?
No, it's 17.
If I add this back
Wait, it's
in,
not-
I'm getting 25,000.
Whoa.
So that means something is off. What's the error here?
Take out the 5.
Uh,
5 is wrong.
So, guys, come on, guys. A simple problem.
It's 7, 5, 0, 0.
Okay, good. 17500.
Yes.
17,500. Right? Come on. This is a subtraction problem here we're doing.
Right.
This is not something that's like crazy,
No,
right?
it's addition.
Okay, what do we do now?
Divide.
Yes, divide. Divide. So, Angel, if you divide this, what do you get, Angel?
You got this.
Hey, come on. I'm giving you chess. Quickly. Can't wait forever.
Don't pressure him, dude.
Now you ask him when you don't have.
Stop pressuring me. Now, come on. Let's do it.
Oh, right here.
This is from-
Right here. I got it.
No pressure, no pressure. Come on,
Because
come
they
on,
need
come on.
some.
You can do this. You're pressuring us. 17,500 divided by 7. Thank you. Wait. Thank you. But 2,500, is that the interest you get back or the amount that you invested? Into which account?
Ooh.
Shh, please let him answer this question.
Why?
Wait, so you go to the bank and say, I'm going to invest in the Y account.
Well, you could call it.
Unless you
Huh?
know why.
The 3%. Very good. So when you say that, you got to clearly define that this is an investment in a 3% account. So here's the final question to wrap everything up. How much did I invest in the 4% account?
I don't know.
Plus 65.
Kenya. How did you get that, Kenya? How did you get 3,500?
I got it.
Hold on, let her answer this. Yes, go ahead, answer.
I got it. I know how to do it. I got the answer.
Same here.
I got the answer.
How did you get that 3,500?
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Can you explain?
I do.
Hold on, yes.
No, I know that.
I know.
Where the heck?
How much money do you have altogether to begin with? So if you invest part of that, which is 2,500 in one account, how much do you have left over?
I don't know.
And you know why you have to 3,500? Wow. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, is this what you say? And this is the amount invested where? Where? Which account? 4% account. Thank you. So, having said that, do you think this is hard?
Wait, what about the? Never mind.
Do you think this is a hard problem?
Yes.
Yeah, I was.
Look it, it's a go back.
But so what? Is it everything that we have covered?
Yes.
Except for the switching around part.
Yes.
Well, no. Switching us around is just moving the terms around.
Community
That's-
property.
That's called moving
Commutative.
solving for an equation, right?
Community
So
property.
we've learned that too.
Wow.
So it's not something that's new. Okay, here we go.